viewers, and welcome to another exciting edition of the President's Diary. This is the first episode after our Ramadan break. And just to remind you, this is a program that is purposely designed to bridge the communication gap between the presidency and the public, and of course to highlight the activities of the president in his endeavor to achieve the goals and aspirations of the National Development Plan. Coming up in this episode, we're going to take a look at our NDP series. The OP Media and Communication team have gone around all the 5 regions of the country and of course the Greater Banjul area to bring you highlights of the developments that are taking place specifically in the area of road projects. We will also bring you the President's meeting with the Constitutional Review Commission, as well as his chairing of the first economic meeting and also the visit of the World Bank Country Director in the Gambia. We will bring you this and many more stories in this episode. I am Zainab Fall, and thanks for the pleasure of your company. Let's now take a look at some of the very fascinating images that we captured during our nationwide monitoring of NDP projects, specifically the development taking place in road projects.
Hello viewers, and welcome to our series of national coverage of road programs and project sites of the administration of His Excellency Adama Barrow. My name is Mfalli Fadera, and I will be covering the North Bank region. Where else to begin coverage of project sites, especially road construction in North Bank region, other than Barrow, which is the which is the center of transportation in the region. In a moment, we'll walk inside the garage and talk to drivers and road users, talk to them about the importance of this road maintenance and rehabilitation project going on and how it is affecting their lives and their livelihoods in the region.
Okay, nte tomu lamin dabalti. Nte botam bankamle. Barinka drive in ke barale. So bara mi muntola problem oti. Silo muna problem oti bara sate kono. Because silo mu kilineti. Silo manke fulati ni motol findita terminal kono purkata problem olem. Ani milif ka sarse garage kono ka finti ofana mo problem oti. Ni lafta kadun garage kono problem olem. Silo be jele miliyalon ko comme direct silo nyi wo bete yatal. Wo is normal. But silol mi anko diversionol la min joko esaw bere wulen ko problem sama kono moto ko fanga ko le awo kilianol bulle because of silo nyi mam bete ya.
Yoon bi buñ ko liggéeyee diggante Siñ dëkk ak Baara mën nee na xëy jógee Siñ dëkk dem di hooju fa ci fekkee liggéey neen ko ndax Baara soreewut ak Siñ dëkk soo gisee jafe-jafe bi xam fi yëpp yoon bu ñàkk a baax la.
Hello viewers, this is the President's Diary and we are right here in the Upper River region. As you can see right behind me, this is the project side of the Basse-Wuli Bridge. This is a huge project and in President Barrow's development plan, which is the National Development Plan. This is a bridge that will link the south and the north of the country. And what we are also seeing here is employment opportunities for Gambian youth. As you can see, this is a project that is solely sponsored by the Chinese government through China Aid. And we have seen a combination of Gambian youth working side by side with Chinese engineers. What this road and bridge projects also mean is it will bring people together. It will bring businesses together. Mobility from one end of the country to the other will become easy, and of course this will boost the economic activities of the country. So it is the president's diary, and as I always say, we go where the president goes, and we go after projects in the length and breadth of the country to give you a comprehensive report of the progress being made, especially on the priority areas of the National Development Plan.
The Upper River region harbors President Barrow's flagship development initiatives as part of the National Development Plan. The administrative headquarters, Basse, is a hub for economic activities in provincial Gambia. In late 2018, President Adama Barrow inaugurated a 42-kilometer road and 2 bridges that will connect the north and the south of the region. Touring the length and breadth of the region, one could visibly see work in progress, from the road construction to the bridge at the Basse-Wuli crossings. About 20 kilometers from Basse sits a community called Sare Alpha, which has close to 2,000 inhabitants. One could visibly see the excitement on the faces of the community members as they watch the tractors at work, despite the deafening noise and the dust that accompanies the process. It didn't take a while before the elders, women and youth of the community mobilized at the village Bantaba to express their joy and excitement about the road project. The alkali, an elderly man close to his 80s, recalls how they have longed for this road construction since when he was a young boy. For him, this road is a huge chunk of the challenges they face as a community, and witnessing a dream come true is a blessing. Women and youth of the community share similar sentiments about the project.
Komin Alaji Umar Bambo halte songol lawol pari Basse yagol mudum webanaymi hajuji fo humtoto kala sokol do haju wuccel yahay so meden yahowo kadi neddo no wawi dum ittude do ya sodinam do mafe Basse mi aram wada portale dum koy barki lawol ngol lawol bure mudum ne heewi ne feewi so ngol gasi alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin lawol ngol nafay hajuji hewdi ne hen ay ne wiɗi goɓɓe ne yahana kayitaji yi doga law ara goɓɓe yaha l'hôpital goɓɓe hunde fof hunde ne addoye Basse kala ko satti weeɓi.
Yo alhamdulillah ti kay ngalla da o kude orana hankita ke kille do ko yakaru tampie be ganyo kama alla ran wonda bogo kama sabano yakaru tampinte ni ke kille kama no gunte nga nagiri anga daga lopitani nga anga ne kinyo lopitani nga alla masiganda nga problem kitana alle menya kama saha anga nagiri kata kille ke gamanya anga problem kitana alhamdulillah ti kay nga alla da o wakati gana mancha kunangol nyangano o waga mamana surtout o kubeno ka mancha kundangolenga ngeba eta ko nati mutara ngolenya no kondi yo wale mununde mana mancha kunagara utitike be yito na lenu nya konde ma na nukuntonde ma alhamdulillah wasoronti gana o yumamana kile dabara no ko sira wakara mo ko siro li o nyaali kanwari ka gollenge mu asirotoyi yo be gana giri kata Basse sasa nukunte nya gananga ankinye Basse lopitani nga anna saharen kitati mo gonga alle men na jareti mo gonga anna ran kompen no konde ka kille ke burengani o gana giri kata Basse nukunte nga nanyi yoro ga kinye Basse problème nan kita mana alle men kita ka kencu sasa alla dali kembo ko kamma o wanya galini o da ma Barrow tiga o da di taralle mon tiga alhamdulillah tiga nga alla da o China no ko gati gana lengi ke kille gasiro alla da sagu Barrow ngakile nya kamma awa kenyani ndiga men kempe ka salle wala mahamadou kanu wari gacir bana maka wari.
Viewers, you are reminded that it is the President's Diary brought to you by the Communication and Media Unit of the Office of the President. From that highlight, let's now take a look at the Constitutional Review Commission's meeting with the executive branch of the government as part of its institutional consultation with governance bodies. The President and his cabinet ministers held discussions with the CRC team at the State House in Banjul. Key among the things that the President is particular about is the term limit, ensuring that the new constitution makes central the issue of term limit for presidency and serve as a document that will be all-inclusive. President Barrow hailed the commission for the wide consultation with Gambians home and abroad, particularly the cabinet, something he described as building a strong foundation for democracy.
Today is important that we have been given the chance to have the interface with the CRC as cabinet. We are also citizens of this country, given a big responsibility to run the affairs of this country. I think we have a lot to contribute. But we just want to assure you, we are independent and we will not interfere with your work. But we have our opinion, we have our proposal also, so that we can also be heard as other Gambians.
When we embarked, or when we commenced the process of constitutional review, we did take into account, Your Excellency, the admonition that you made to us during the swearing in. And you reiterated part of that this morning, which is that this is a Herculean task. It's a very heavy responsibility. And every step of the way, we've always reminded ourselves of that fact. Because at the end of the day, whilst it is a challenge, it is one that has to be undertaken by somebody. And the government has entrusted that responsibility on our shoulders. And we have agreed, and since then have taken those responsibilities forward. But what is even more gratifying in this process is the level of cooperation we have received from all strata of Gambian society. Yes, as in every endeavor, you have your critics. But overall, I can tell you that Gambians have not only been supportive of the CRC process, but they've expressed at the various bantabas meetings we've had with them gratitude and delight at the fact that they are being consulted. They, in fact, some have even said to us, even if you do not take our views into account, the fact that you came to us and spoke with us, that's enough. They are gratified by the fact of the consultation. The process we are now embarked upon is where we consult with individual stakeholders, and cabinet included, of course. And Your Excellency, you are absolutely right. In as much as you are President of the Republic and you have cabinet ministers and our Vice President, you're all Gambian citizens. And you all have opinions. So it is important that we consult with you as well in order to establish what your views and opinions are with respect to specific constitutional reform issues.
Earlier in May, President Barrow chaired the first Economic Council meeting at the State House in Banjul. The meeting availed the opportunity for the different government players in the economy to give a status report on their respective sectors and exchange perspectives in a bid to foster effective communication and dialogue on pertinent issues around the economy. The meeting included top officials from the financial institutions like the Central Bank of the Gambia, Ministry of Finance, the Gambia Investment and Promotion Agency, Accountant General's Office, Gambia Public Procurement Authority, amongst others. The Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service was part of the meeting. Here is what he shared.
First meeting really suggests that the economy is going on healthily, and then a lot of good things are happening. And then, over time, we hope through this medium, Gambians will come to understand that we are gaining, we are making a lot of significant inroads in terms of economic management and performance is concerned.
The meeting, according to the SG, will provide insights into the state of the economy, the public debt, how to sustain the gains, and where the economy stands with inflation, investment, and the overall economic governance. As the Gambia economy continues to make strides, the outgoing World Bank director, Ms. Lewis, was the latest diplomat to applaud the state of the Gambia's growing economy, something she described as very promising. She made the remarks at the State House in Banjul after bidding farewell to the president, marking the end of her assignment in the Gambia. The World Bank chief said she was honored to be part of the economic transformation experience under the current government, especially in the areas of macroeconomic stability, restoring growth, improving fiscal management, and restoring stable and reliable access to energy, adding that without macro stability, it is very hard to talk about inclusive growth. She called for the continuous investment in education, health and social protection to ensure that the Gambia's human capital is developed and her youth are able to compete globally. Ms. Scott recalled some of the fond memories from her assignment in the Gambia, such as the first meeting with the president in Dakar and the signing of the 56 million budget support in Banjul, which she described as quite a historic moment for the World Bank. In the same month of May, President Adama Barrow received the Deputy Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund at the State House in Banjul, Mr. Tayo. During discussions, the President told Mr. Tayo that the economic development is meaningless without real impact on the lives of ordinary people. According to the President, the ordinary people do not understand the economic figures, but real impacts on their lives. Private sector, he added, also plays a key role in the employment creation. Hence, his government's priority in the reforms and strengthening of institutions like the Central Bank of the Gambia and to effectively partake in sound macroeconomic management of the country. The closed-door discussions centered on ways and means of strengthening the high level of support and cooperation between international financial institutions and the government of the Gambia, with Mr. Tayo describing the meeting with the President as very good.
Most important is that we congratulate the authorities and the people of the Gambias what they have achieved during the last 2 years, and of course we encouraged the authorities to continue the path leading the economies and the people to the path to the prosperities down the road.
On the 31st of May, the Organization of Islamic Conference, known as the OIC, held its 14th summit in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. President Barrow was there and he was accompanied by a high-powered delegation. The OIC, which is the second largest gathering of world leaders in the Muslim world, is held every 2 years, and the Gambia is billed to host it in 2022. The President took the opportunity to perform Umrah and also visited various sites in Mecca and Medina. Here is a highlight of the President's post-summit activities.
جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا يا إمام الأنبياء.
this month, President Barrow traveled to the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the invitation of President Muhammadu Buhari for the country's Democracy Day celebrations. The president left Banjul International Airport in what many described as symbolic after his Senegalese counterpart and brother, President Sall, made a stopover at the Banjul International Airport before journeying together to Abuja. President Barrow's presence at the ceremony is quite apt, given the laudable role President Buhari played during the political impasse in the Gambia, all in the name of restoring democracy in the country. Viewers, you are reminded that it is still the President's Diary, brought to you by the Communication and Media Unit Office of the President. As part of his reform agenda enshrined in the National Development Plan, President Barrow on the 10th of June launched the Gambia's first ever national security policy that will guide the complete transformation of the country's security sector. The launching of the NSP, witnessed by international development partners and the diplomatic corps, was the culmination of 2 years of extensive nationwide consultations and validation exercises and cabinet sessions. The document forms part of a wider national security reform program and will provide an overarching policy framework needed to ensure synergy, collaboration and accountability between different security services in the country.
The national security policy we are about to launch will further strengthen coordination at the national level to achieve our security goals and strategic objectives, protect our national security interests, and facilitate proper management of our resources.
President Barrow said the policy provides a robust, coherent, and strategic approach to respond collectively to national security threats through swift decision-making, accountability and responsibility, prompt execution of action, and commitment to the nation's resilience to crime. It also encapsulates the various forms of security threats, risks, and opportunities associated with the security sector and the country at large.
My government is mindful of the current reality regarding the safety and security in our society and its responsibility to secure our dear country. Fulfilling this responsibility implies establishing the basis to pursue the vision enshrined in our National Development Plan 2018-2021 and our national objectives. The basis of growth, development and progress are peace, security, and stability. As a result, we cannot ignore this responsibility.
Let's take a look at the recent decoration and promotion of officers of the Gambia Armed Forces at the State House in Banjul, which was presided over by President Barrow in his capacity as the Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia Armed Forces. 36 officers were promoted to the rank of Major and 6 others to Lieutenant Colonel. After decorating the gallant officers, President Barrow congratulated them for making it to the promotion after a rigorous process of examination. He expressed pride in the professionalism of the forces, where promotions are based on merit, unlike in the past regime.
I assure you that we will not relent until we have a professional and a very well motivated army that can merge other armies around the world. I am aware of the efforts being undertaken to set up a military academy here. This is one of the best drivers towards achieving our security sector reform. To all the officers who have been promoted, I say you have been accorded a great privilege. But you must note that promotions come with additional responsibilities and challenges. Therefore, you are required to redouble your efforts in order to live to the expectations associated with your new ranks. We expect you to discharge your duties with honesty, sincerity, discipline, and respect for authority. But in the interest of the Gambia, above your individual interests. And you will continue to succeed. I must also emphasize that as commanders, you must always remember those who look up to you as leaders. Set good example to them and ensure that their welfare is taken care of at all times. In spite of the challenges you may face, be encouraged by the fact that all members of the Gambia Armed and Security Services are operating as one family with a common goal. Thus, the entire Armed Forces Command will support you to execute your duties.
Before we wrap up this episode of the President's Diary, in a momentous gathering at the State House in Banjul, the government of the Gambia and the Saudi Fund for Development inked a giant $93 million geared towards financing of major infrastructural projects ahead of Gambia's hosting of the OIC in 2022. The funding, which came in two folds, 2 soft loans and 2 grants, will go towards the construction of a VVIP launch at the Banjul International Airport, a 50-kilometer road, and of course, the enhancement of the water and electricity supply in the country.
A sum of $92.5 million being availed to the Gambia by the Saudi government and the Saudi Fund for Development embarked for the following priority infrastructure projects: construction of a 50-kilometer road network with the OIC concentrated within the OIC concentrated areas, enhancement of the transmission and distribution network for the electricity grid, enhancement of water production, treatment and distribution, construction of a new VVIP lounge at the Banjul International Airport. The government of the Gambia wishes to extend its heartfelt appreciation to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the benevolent gesture from the Saudi Fund for Development. I must at this point register the government's profound thanks and appreciation for the generous support of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia under the able leadership of His Highness King Salman bin Faisal, the King of Saudi Arabia and custodian of the 2 holy mosques of Mecca and Medina, for providing the initial core grant of $3 million to run the OIC Gambia Secretariat, as well as these funds in support of our overall plan. On behalf of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, I want to say thank you and welcome you also on this great land of ours, the Gambia.
All right, viewers, that exciting story about the financing of major infrastructure projects brings us to the end of this episode of the President's Diary. Do join us next month as we bring you more exciting stories from the presidency. Thank you for the pleasure of your company. I am Zainab.